I'm Kevin Pelton.
I'm Tristan Carcino.
I'm Chris Smith.
And I'm Randy Cote.
And we're talking taco time.
Fresh, fresh, delicious.
Well, we are back. We are long overdue for a new podcast. We have not recorded since the live show back in April.
Wow.
When we were riding the high of Talkin Taco Time being in Seattle Met Magazine and on Evening Magazine. And then the high kind of crested, the wave crested, I suppose. But we are back with big Taco Time news. Is first told to Chris on Twitter, I believe.
Yeah.
You broke this news, right? That the Caesar products are back as a test offering right now.
Yeah, they had something like, what's your favorite item or whatever. I was like, the chicken Caesar soft taco, I miss it. And then they're like, we got good news.
No, we don't know whether it's actually started July 25th as advertised because it was not in the app then, and none of us saw it in any of the locations. But they are currently testing Caesar items at all Renton locations, Woodinville, and Issaquah Gilman. And two of us were able to make it out there today and get Caesar items. Tristan, do you want to talk about your experience? Is your home, you are, again, privileged as your home taco time being near the headquarters is one of the test markets.
Oh, yeah. It was easy for me to go get the Caesar items. I think Chris, you'd mentioned that they're in the app now because I'd pull up the app July 25th,
yeah,
July 26th, July 27th. I woke up every single day looking for the chicken Caesar soft taco in the Taco Time app. And I found it none of those days. Every single day I woke up with a plan to go get that item, but it wasn't there until you finally informed us that it was in the app. And I immediately scheduled a trip there. And I'll say, Chris, this has been your number one item at Taco Time for a long time, right?
Yeah, it was for, when they had it.
And it was my go-to when it was on the menu as well.
How many years has it been since it's been there? It
seems like forever.
It's certainly well before we started recording this podcast.
50, 100 years. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I used to order it at the location in Georgetown, which has not existed for a long period of time. So that dates it as well.
I have faint memories of the chicken Caesar soft taco, right? Like a long summer's day from childhood. But I don't really remember eating one tangibly in the way that you two do, that you would say is your number one item. But I knew I was excited to get it. And so I put it in the app. They have chicken Caesar salads. They have a Caesar salad, a chicken Caesar salad, and the chicken Caesar soft taco. And I went for the soft taco. This is what I was so excited for. Ever since they announced it, I couldn't wait to get in there and get it.
Yeah, I had one today too.
Did you?
I made it to the downtown Renton.
You were saving that as a surprise for the podcast. You did not tell the group chat. Yeah. So that's why I said there was two of us. So I guess there was actually three of us. And we all did different locations because Tristan obviously did his home Cascade Fairwood. You did downtown Renton. And I did Woodinville of all locations.
Woodinville.
On my way back from Highway 2. All right, but Tristan, you seem ready to make a point.
Never has an item at Taco Time impressed me as much as the chicken Caesar soft taco. It is instantly the number one item on the menu, excluding nobody. And
it's ahead of the taco burger, which is not on the menu currently.
No, it's the taco burgers are like, I might just go grab a taco burger. Like, I think that would be fine, but it's not your number one menu item. I understand why. Like, I want to talk about the taco burger and why it's not on the menu maybe later for a second, because I had some thoughts on that. But the chicken Caesar soft taco is just the best soft taco at a restaurant where their best items are the soft tacos.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how it couldn't be the number one item. I ate it like a revelation. And you know what I had after it? I also ordered, because I wasn't sure, I ordered a mini beef soft taco. And I gotta say, I wish that I'd eaten them in reverse order, the mini soft taco first, and then the chickens. I wanted to eat the chicken Caesar on the most open stomach that I could. But after eating the chicken Caesar soft taco, I was just like, why am I eating this other item? after eating, it was low key. I think it is the goated taco time menu item. I think it is number one.
Are we doing a Talkin taco time Mount Rushmore of taco time Northwest menu items?
Maybe later we should. This is just, let's give the chicken Caesar soft taco its moment. Randy,
Build the statue.
Woo! It's Ned the cactus with like a little Julius Caesar thing going on.
So I, as the only person here who has yet to have it in its latest form, is it unchanged? Are there still tortilla strips inside?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. with the dressing, the romaine, the Parmesan cheese. I would say it does. I mean, it's been so long, but it seemed like smaller than I remember. You know,
I don't know if I necessarily had that thought. To me, the tortilla strips seemed a little crunchier than before. Before, I feel like they were kind of softer. Was my sense? Is that fair?
Yeah, they were pretty crunchy. And I don't know if you noticed in the app when you could order it, they had an option where you can just get like no tortilla in a bowl.
Oh,
but I thought that's what the salad was. So
why not the salad?
I mean, the other thing about Tristan said it's the best of the soft tacos, and soft tacos are the best thing that Taco Time does. We'd have to unpack that because the crisp burrito is pretty strong in its own right, and obviously tater fries.
Between Mexi fries, crisp burrito, soft taco, those three are all in contention, and ice, of course.
Yes, of course. The interesting thing about the chicken Caesar soft taco is it's actually just a wrap. Like maybe we stumbled on
wrap on what the best menu item at Taco Time is.
I think we're done, guys. Great talk.
But to me, it's a different item than the soft taco because the appeal of the soft taco is that you're getting multiple different things in there, and it's just the Caesar salad, which obviously has different components in it. Again, I think it's great. I would say part of it was my go-to when it was on the menu. My knowledge of the Taco Time Northwest menu has deepened and diversified since that time occurred because we are recording this podcast and because I'm learning from Chris's expertise in particular and from our listeners and the rest of you. So I would say to me, it would be in the rotation going forward, but I'm not sure it's a clear number one for me right now.
Oh man. If I worked there, I made these before. So it's a little interesting and different from all the other soft tacos, how they put it together. The soft taco, it's kind of layered, meat, cheese, ranch, all that. The Caesar, they got they cut up the romaine in the morning and they make all these bags. The salad ones have a little bit more romaine in there, and then the ones for the soft taco have a little bit less. But then they just open the bag, they throw all the other shit in there and like shake it up and then roll it up and wrap it up. So I think it's really good because it's all kind of like mixed together with all the flavors.
I mean, this harkens back to our search for Seattle's best taco / burrito on the Fabulous Pelton Cast, where one of the things we established as our criteria is that the best burritos have a good mixture of ingredients. Like you don't want the burrito where it's all sour cream in the top and then it's all beans at the bottom. Like that doesn't work. You want each of your bites to have a little bit. So that's a good sign certainly for the chicken Caesar soft taco.
Did anyone modify?
I almost did.
Because pumpkin seeds in a chicken Caesar soft taco would slap so hard.
I think they slap hard in every item, don't they, Randy?
Exactly.
I almost put the corn sauce on there, but I was like, let me just. It's been
you
so long.
Have it, baseline. Yeah, exactly.
I had the exact same thought. I love that we're all on the same page about the chicken Caesar soft taco. Was it the same as you remember it being, though, Chris?
Yeah, I think it's pretty, like we said, it's been a while, but it was, as soon as I bit into it, it was like, fuck yeah, And I did hot sauce. I don't know about if you guys did the hot sauce or.
Yes.
With the Caesar. Wow, that's an interesting mix. I had never considered that.
I can't eat anything from there without the hot sauce on it.
How do those crustos taste with the hot sauce?
Touche.
That would taste fine.
Yeah, I'm willing to do it.
Bad.
Yeah.
I guess we should talk a little bit, as Tristan said, circle back to the taco burger and just this limited time offer switch that they're making. Obviously, we're seeing kind of a similar process as we saw with the taco burger last fall. And this is a little bit wider of a test with 5 locations, a couple in addition to the Renton locations, whereas we just saw the Renton locations for the taco burger last fall. And then as we were able to record about in the winter, they brought that out for a period of time as a limited time offer at all locations. And then as excited as we were to get the taco burger, it was taken away from us on that limited time offer video.
I think I got a lot in though during that time. I probably ate fucking 10 of them at least, which seems pretty good.
Any strong reactions to the fact that they just did not make the taco burger a permanent item?
I think we knew they were gonna, I felt like it would be an LTO thing. But it just seems so weird because all you need is the bun. That's the only, it's not like the Caesar where you gotta have the romaine, and now you have a whole new process in the morning when you're getting shit together. You have to cut up the romaine and wash it and all this stuff. Well, the taco burger
isn't normally in the rotation.
Yeah, and the dressing, the strips they got to do, So it's more prep for sure for the Caesar. Well, the taco burger is just a bun. That's all you need.
So I have something interesting to report. Thanks to our new correspondent, the listener Noah Cohen, went to the Kelso location while driving from Portland to Seattle last week and reported that the taco burger is on the menu there, as it was previously as a local favorite, I believe. I'd have to double check, but I think it was there along with the Winito.
That is correct.
But the version that is there now is the current taco burger. He said there was still the brioche bun and not the older potato style bun.
I was at I did a mobile order for the Enum Claw Taco Time, which we will talk about in more detail here shortly. And I saw under limited time the taco burger was still available. And this was like 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It was July 9th. So I ordered it because it was after it had finished being a thing. Wondering if it was like, how there's some folks that, or maybe it's more historical fiction, but like imagine a group of people that didn't know the war ended kind of thing, or like didn't know that we'd been contacted by anyway. So Enum Claw is so far out there. I was like, well, maybe they just didn't get the memo, right? So I order it in the app, and then I'm driving there, and I get a phone call from a 360 phone number about 2 minutes later, and it's Taco Time and Enum Claw calling me to be like, hey, we saw you just ordered a taco burger. We no longer have that. It's no longer on the menu. Like our app is out of date. So what can we do? Then we had to have a negotiation of like, yeah.
So what'd you get?
They didn't know that they were talking to someone who knew the like equivalent value of a menu item.
Yeah.
So I was like, how about a mini beef soft taco with pumpkin seeds instead? They were like, that'll work. But
that's incredible. I feel like the fact that lived on there for so long probably goes to show how often people were ordering the taco burger. And I think that's probably the issue, is that people have their orders at Taco Time. There's an open-mindedness to the Taco Time fan, but generally I think people are just like, I get this or whatever. So breaking into that rotation with an item that is so radically different, a soft taco I think is easier. I think it's an easier transition. Moving from a soft taco, if you're a soft taco crisp burrito person, whatever, to a burger, I think that's a pretty big transition. And I think that's what made the menu item, even though it's good, maybe a little bit less popular, because it's kind of just a different type of food that you're ordering. It also is not super convenient for the car. I've tried a lot of times.
Oh, no way. It's
all.
awful for the car. Yeah. So it's like, whereas when the coconut shrimp comes out, you're like, great, another variation of a soft taco I can just hold in my hand. Like,
I mean, I think the other potential issue with the taco burger, I don't know if we talked about this. I think we did on the last recorded pod we did with James Lim that we did via Zoom, was that there was a certain sect of the old school taco burger fans who were not excited about the change to brioche bun and the updating of that. They wanted to see their classic, sloppy Joe style taco burger that they had been enjoying since the, however long they'd been having Taco Time Northwest back in the day. So that I think probably worked against it as well.
It was good. I ate a number of them while I was out, but I don't mourn the taco burger. I think we should celebrate that the taco burger happened, and I think it was a very cool experiment. If it comes back, seasonally, limited time only, I think that is great. I don't think it needs to be a permanent menu item though.
Yeah, I think seasonally is good.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas when the chicken Caesar went away the first time, it was like a death in the family.
Yeah.
And that'll be the interesting thing, is to see how many people. I mean, you weren't the only person who replied to that Taco Time tweet with the chicken Caesar soft taco. I think there were a number of people that still miss it and will be excited to go get it in a different way. That, again, this taco burger didn't scratch that itch, because of the fact that for people who loved the taco burger before, what they loved about it may have been different than what the current version was. So we ultimately saw the taco burger on the full menu as a limited time offering for a little more than 3 months. It was early March that it came out, mid-June that it was withdrawn. So it'll be interesting to see if it follows kind of a similar timeline with the chicken Caesar soft taco, which would probably put the rollout, somewhere in October, November.
It'll be good. That's, I
We're
guess.
all nodding.
Yeah.
Dynamite podcasting.
If they, I think the main thing is for them to make sure they get the quality romaine lettuce. So whenever the time is that they can do that.
Yeah, I always wondered how much of a factor that was in them taking away the Caesar offerings, because it seems like we often see romaine lettuce associated with E. coli outbreaks. I mean, not that that's anything that Taco Time individually has any control over.
No.
It affects,
Wow,
everyone.
thanks for bringing that up.
I'm just saying. I thought that was kind of part of the logic. So.
Actually, it's not sitting so well anymore.
As far as I know,
it's very unlikely to happen. I'm just saying.
I think that was one of the main reasons they got rid of it. Just couldn't get the consistent lettuce, and especially at all of the locations.
I've got tons in my backyard, if that's helpful. So many plants.
And your family's alive.
We also live near a Taco Time, so
yeah,
you're gonna be able to supply 2, maybe 3 chicken Caesar soft tacos with that.
I'll take it.
Has anyone been trying out any new menu items in this intermezzo interregnum, I should say, between the taco burger and the arrival of the chicken Caesar soft taco?
No, I've just been sticking to my normal, go-tos: crisp burrito, soft taco, get the extra crisp burrito and a soft burrito for the next day.
Naming so many items.
Yeah.
Oh, just my usual following dozen items.
Yeah, it's my usual, $35 order. Couple crisp tacos.
I had as a part of the quest, I recently had a local favorites item that was if it was available, would be in the rotation. That's the only new thing I've really had recently. Been keeping it pretty standard.
What was it?
It was a chicken chimney.
Oh,
and it was way bomb.
Old school. Yeah, it's like a soft taco, then you deep fry it. It's fucking sick.
This seems like a natural transition point to talking about Randy's quest to visit all the Taco Time Northwest locations, because we are closing in here. We know famously that you were at 69 when we recorded on Evening Magazine back in February. Where are we at now, Randy?
We're at 76 now.
Whoa!
So since the last time, stalled at 69 for a while. It hit 2 in May, 4 in June, and 1 earlier this month at Enumclaw with the taco burger fiasco, as it were.
Uncontacted peoples in Enumclaw.
Yeah, the lost boys of Enumclaw. Yeah, and one of the taco times that Kirkland Totem Lake was one I'd driven through before, but I had never done like the official visit. Woodinville, where Pelton went recently, is actually, I thought, a pretty cool location. They have a very unique golden taco time sign inside. And they have a yellow taco time sign out front, like on the front of the building in yellow letters. It says taco time. And they have a very modern cactus down at the street.
Interesting.
It's like conflicting, like contrasting taco time eras, basically.
Yeah, they live together in harmony. And then they also have a lot of neon inside. It's actually just like a time capsule of all of the taco time decor in one taco time.
Wait, can I stop on Woodinville? So I think I thoroughly confused the employee at the Woodinville location earlier. As I posted on Instagram, hit up 2 taco times on this drive back from Central Washington via Highway 2. First, the location in Monroe, basically just for a pee break, but also ordered food there. And then I placed the order in the app and drove from Monroe to Woodinville, but walked in with the cup from the Monroe location to refill, and then had to place an order in person for an extra item because my friend wanted something more and hadn't made this clear by the time that I placed the order. So there was 3 separate taco time orders that were all coming together at the Woodinville location for me from 2 different locations.
Astounded and confused taco time employees is just part of the mystique of going to many taco times.
I think that's also part of the mystique of being in Talkin taco time. Right?
That is also true.
When I picked up my order today, I think some of them, especially the one here in SeaTech, they'll just hold it behind the counter instead of like putting it on the shelf. So I had to ask the guy for it, and I was wearing my taco time hat, and he didn't say anything, but he just like, I saw his eyes go up there like, what the fuck?
Incredible. I went to the Kelso and Longview pair of taco times on the way on a trip to Portland. Kelso is a geographic extreme. It's the southernmost taco time, so got that off the list.
Okay.
Both Kelso and Longview are elite taco times. They are worth, like, next time if you're going to Portland, go inside. Like, from the outside, you can tell they're interesting. They both have like Mediterranean interiors, interesting chandeliers, really nice restrooms. There was actually a plaque inside of the Longview Taco Time at one of the tables. It said, I've got my notes up. It said, "Our Papa Larry, 1929 to 2018, his favorite coffee spot," with a little cup of coffee emoji.
Oh my God.
In one of the booths of this taco time. And so it's like, was this a coffee shop? Like, there's no way, like, through 2018, like, what? Like, did this taco time like serve coffee just for Papa Larry? Like, then I was like, wait, wasn't Larry the name of the guy from the taco time commercial? The old guy who hot sauce was his secret. Did he die? Nope. This Larry died in 2018.
Yeah, that was 2018. I was like, wait, hold on, that math does not work out.
It was thoroughly confusing.
Well, if it was, it's going to raise some bigger questions.
Exactly. Yes. And then on a trip, but yeah, so Kelso Longview was on a trip to Portland, and then on a trip back from Victoria, BC, we took the Coho ferry from Victoria to Port Angeles, and we hit Port Angeles and Sequim on our way back, which is super easy. Port Angeles, the westernmost, and the Sequim one was pretty cool too. Like, Sequim is known for lavender. They had quite this lavender setup with their taco time sign that was pretty cool. So with those ones there, that is all 4 geographic extremes.
Yeah, you have the 4 corners bingo.
The 4 corners, yeah,
of taco time. You're trying to complete a blackout, of course.
Yes, famously. Yeah, and then Enumclaw was number 76. I marked that as unique because it has a view of Mount Rainier from the parking lot, and it's Enumclaw, so it's huge. So yeah, it was pretty cool. A lot of people coming, like, stopping on their way back from Mount Rainier to eat Taco Time. So,
And is it like a newer, like remodeled, or
no, it's like a early two. It's basically like as new as one could get without being the new style. Like it's nice, but it's not the new style. So yeah, only 3 left to go. One of them I've been through the drive-through many times, which is Seattle Rainier Avenue. I actually, in my notes, I have once took a car to go through the drive-through, like the little smart car at some point back in the day. And I actually went in January of 2020 with some coworkers to try to do an official visit, but they were under renovations. So we went to go do the thing, and it was closed. Like they were actively like working on it while we were in the drive-through. So it's Gig Harbor, Port Orchard, and Seattle Rainier Avenue, and then that's it.
I mean, I think that was, the Taco Time universe trying to tell you something, because instead Rainier is all set up to be your last spot, and for us to have a grand celebration there.
Correct. Yes, it was truly who would have thought in January of 2020 what the world had in store. And clearly the only thing you think of in the first few months of 2020 as far as auspicious things coming is Taco Time and the Quest, obviously. So nothing else.
Obviously.
Not us recording at a Taco Time in person on March 1st.
On March
Yeah.
I think the idea is to kind of make this a live recording for the last visit for number 79. Do you have any thoughts on that, Randy, or should we plan that offline?
I think we should plan it offline, but here's the thing. The Gig Harbor, Port Orchard, they're really close to each other. There's actually a world where I may be going to those in a couple of weeks. So I think offline we should like figure out a date, but it feels like I feel like probably the next time we're recording, it is at number 79. And yeah, I through other means was in touch with Taco Time about some other things, and they know that I'm close. And so someone from the Taco Time marketing department mentioned like, let us know when you're going to the last one. So we got to put them on notice, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a big deal.
I'm happy that conversation has already started. I was already scheming. We were gonna surprise you, but that's okay.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea. It was a very brief interaction that was basically like, let us know when you're going so that we can like, buy you a taco kind of thing. And I was kind of like, okay, I was thinking more statue, but whatever.
Yeah.
Taco statue, whatever.
I just want to make sure there are balloons.
Like a big green ribbon we could cut or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like am I drinking a drink with Taco Time ice out of my trophy, like out of the Taco Time cup that they gave me.
Yeah. And actually, you should be able to just bring that into any Taco Time and
it should be good for a free drink at any Taco Time, but whatever. I actually
nobody's gonna stop you.
That is true. If someone was like,
show it to them,
sir,
they'll be like,
you're
just like, hey, they gave this to me. It's clearly from Taco Time. It has my name on it. I could get free drinks. Every employee would be like, yeah, okay, sure.
And it's not that it's just that like you could go to like athletic awards and buy a little plaque and just stick it on any trophy. Taco Time and the cactus is etched in the side of the metal of the cup. Like it's pretty intense, people. Anyway, I've never thought of that until now, and now I must try it.
Well, we know when to make that happen.
Yeah.
Don't give people too many details so that they try to do that at home.
That's true. Disclaimer, don't try this at home.
Well, Randy, speaking of your contact with Taco Time, do you want to transition into that bit of news?
I can. This is quite exciting. This is the number of text messages, emails, DMs I got when we announced this was kind of overwhelming. So, by day I work at the Space Needle in marketing, and we have our charity stair climb, which is base to space. You climb 832 steps from the base of the Space Needle to the top. It's a charity stair climb. It all supports Fred Hutch Cancer Center. It's a great event, and we're coming into our 7th climb. And we've been trying to do something with Taco Time because the Space Needle and Taco Time, both born in 1962, both beloved icons of the Pacific Northwest and beyond. So, we've tried to do things over the years. It hasn't really worked out. And so we reached out to them and asked, would they want to be a wave partner for our charity stair climb? So our 3 wave partners are the Seahawks based Top Pot Donut and Taco Time Northwest. And basically when people sign up, they can, do the climb as a normal person, or you can do one of these special waves. You get a Space Needle and that partner sort of collab t-shirt. And when you get to the top, you get with your medal, you get something special, right? So for Top Pot, they all get a donut. I think for Taco Time, it's like a $10 cactus card. Nice. For the Seahawks, they're entered to win autographed merchandise, tickets, things like that. And it's just ways to, sort of get people excited about the climb, get people to know what's going on, whatever. And I will not name any names, but I was proofing the email before it went out. There are 3 emails that went out before they went to the fine folks at Taco Time for review. And I noticed Taco Time with no space was how it was spelled out. It's like, oh, maybe, the folks putting together the email, saw the logo, and the logo, it's kind of looks okay. But also, this is a sign of Taco Time International nonsense. And so I clicked on one of the hyperlinks and it went to tacotime.com, which we all know is TTI. And then the person, basically, most everyone knows my Taco Time nonsense, okay? But clearly these people did not. They have not listened to episodes of the podcast. They do not know the whole background. So there were 3 people nearby that all knew my Taco Time situation. And we're kind of oh, here it comes. And I flipped my screen around and I was like, when you see this little sunburst behind the cactus, that means one thing. These are the fascist Taco Time. This is the Taco Time we don't speak of. This is the other Taco Time. So
a sunburst. I thought it was a butthole.
Tomato, Chris. Honestly, yeah. So anyway, quickly I gave the 30-second version of the difference between Taco Time and Taco Time Northwest. I directed them to the right website. All was fixed very quickly. We sent it to Taco Time. They, sent out someone from their marketing team. We did some photos at the base of the Space Needle. The emails made it out successfully. And, we've had nice response and people are getting excited about it, which is great because it's all for a great cause. But we almost sent them. If they would have received things from the Space Needle that linked to Taco Time International, I may have been just neutralized by Taco Time corporate.
That would have been so bad.
They would have come to revoke the trophy.
Yeah. SEAL Team 6 would have come and taken me. I would have been taken.
Wow, Randy, when is that climb?
It is Sunday, October 1st. They're actually, you know what? I should ask my team if we can find a promo code for Talkin Taco Time.
I mean,
listeners or something to save you a couple bucks on registration or something. But yeah, it's October 1st. I do the climb every year, except last year when I got COVID, literally 3 days before the climb. That was not ideal. So anyway, it should be great. I will proudly be wearing my Taco Time Space Needle mashup shirt all of the time. So,
well, if we can make that happen, we sure to get it out there on social media for everyone.
Yeah, how many of these shirts you got?
I mean, it's as many people climb, but it's only 832 steps, Chris.
I will be out of town actually. The Husky Arizona game that weekend.
I guess that's a good excuse.
Randy, when we talked about locations, you had Taco Time lately. We missed a big one, and it's Lumen Field during the Taylor Swift concert. Tell us a little
yes.
Here's the thing. I don't understand why this is so shocking. So just like we've talked about, like, so I feel like on the regular now, if there's no time to tailgate, we take the train from like Soto to the Husky games. We live in West Seattle, so we like park in Soto, get on the train, get off at Capitol Hill, get Dick's, and bring burgers into Husky games, right? So I was supposed to have dinner with a friend before Taylor Swift, and then she had to cancel, and she was like, "Let's just meet at the stadium at 6." I'm like, "Great." So what can I pick up to like put in my clear bag, food wise, that's going to keep kind of like a Dick's cheeseburger that I can just throw in, but that's between my house and the stadium. And I was like, well, I mean, I am going to go right by Taco Time. It's right there by the bridge on the way off the thing, you know. So yeah, I get a couple items. I have a mini chicken soft taco while I, you know, get off, pick up my order ahead, go back. I'm waiting for the bus, eating my soft taco, and then yeah, I just put a pinto bean crisp burrito in my bag and just went in, and between the second opener and the main act, just enjoyed that, and it's pretty great. But I don't know. Yeah, it's a normal stadium food sneak, you know. You just got to do what you got to do. I wasn't trying to wait in line with 70,000 other people to get garlic fries or whatever. Like,
well, especially now that Taco Time isn't in the stadium. I mean, I think that's part of why it struck a nerve. Number one, that history.
I know it was a little. I hope it was like a positive. I don't know. Like look at the market you're missing out on Taco Time. But also, as we know, they did not have the crisp burrito at Lumen Field. That would have been the ultimate thing, is if you showed up, if they still had the Lumen Field one, you went and got your soft taco and then pulled out your Mexi fries and your all the things that they couldn't do there, you pull out of a bag. That'd be kind of wild.
Did you bring a hot sauce in?
I didn't bring a hot sauce. I was worried about, like, I don't know. The policy said like all food had to be individually bagged in a plastic bag, and I was like, what are they going to do if I bring it up? Like,
yeah,
I would have just eaten it, right? But they didn't care. So it was a little. It could have used some hot sauce.
Hot sauce is individually packaged. It's a food item itself, in addition to a condiment.
Real quick on hot sauce. Did I mention to you guys that this guy gave me like I don't know if it's like a reverse engineered thing, but it's like Taco Time hot sauce, like seasoning. We just need to add water and tomato paste and boil it. I haven't tried yet because I can't really remember what the ratio should be, because it used to be like these huge bags that you pour in, and this is just like a little seasoning container. So, but I'm going to try soon to cook up some Taco Time hot sauce.
This is some like Breaking Bad level stuff. Like I imagine it's like in a little baggie and you're in your like bathtub making hot sauce.
You got to like too many steps. You were like, yeah, it's seasoning. All you need. I thought you were gonna be like, you just need to add water, and I was like, yeah, I could do that. And you were like, boil it, and I was like, no, yeah.
You just gotta, turn some heat on. It's fine.
Take water and make it hot.
Yeah.
I can attest that Tristan knows how to cook. I think he's underselling his ability here. Maybe this is just laziness.
Yeah, they don't have an Easy Mac version, unfortunately.
Any other Taco Time news we should get to?
I'm still, since Randy did the commercial and the other lady had that tattoo, like I feel like I'm constantly thinking about, getting this Taco Time tattoo, and I will. But my friend John said he had went through the drive-through in Tukwila, and the lady that was handing him his food had one like behind her ear.
Wow.
Yeah, Taco Time tattoo.
Working there, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's how you know you're at a great place, is when employees of the location have tattoos of it. That's pretty impressive, and also kind of surprising for Taco Time for some of them. I think you probably have your like lifetimers, and then also just brand new kids starting there. But that's very cool to see that people, including yourself, that they are still so excited about Taco Time.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I told them, hey, we need to try to get her on the podcast or something. It could be like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar interviewing Ja Morant.
So again, you're casting yourself as the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He's Kareem
of
Abdul-Jabbar.
Tiger.
Yes. Well, I mean, more realistically, that's probably Randy, but I put in some work.
This podcast is like Magic and Kareem on the same team.
Yeah.
Chris, let me know when you're going to get your cactus tattoo. I'll be there with you.
Yes, hell yeah, bro.
Okay.
Got to commemorate the quest somehow, right?
Yeah.
Which of us is James Worthington?
Think you're Pat Riley?
I did kind of think that. Well, if we don't have anything else, we stay tuned on social media. We'll see if Twitter continues, but at Talkin Taco Time there for now, at PeltonCast on Instagram. And we will share with you more as we get, again, hopefully a promo code for the Space Needle climb, and then potentially some details on the 79th location for Randy and the associated celebration and podcast.
Woo!
And as always, let us know if you're enjoying the Chicken Caesar soft taco. If you're able to get out to one of those 5 locations. Again, it's the 3 Renton locations, Issaquah, and the Woodinville locations, where they're test marketing that one right now. So
can't wait. I still need to get after it with the Caesar. It's happening.
Yeah, just gotta go up, gotta get to Renton.
On that note, thanks for listening.
Peace.
Chris, I have to ask you about lawn bowling.
Yes.
You're going to Florida for lawn
I'm
bowling?
going to I'm going to the lawn bowling national championships.
What?
Yes.
Incredible.
And a crazy finish. We needed to win or just tie, this game or win it. And we move on. Otherwise, if we lost, we would have had to go into this like 3-team playoff or whatever. So it came down to like my partner's very last bowl, and he fucking got it in there. Yeah. I just collapsed on the grass. I was like stressed out.
When are nationals? When and where are nationals?
It's at the end of October, like the first week of November, pretty much in Sun City Center, Florida, which is like near Tampa.
How many teams are there in lawn bowling nationals?
8 teams. There's a singles part of it too, but there'll be 8 teams. So for all the different regions or whatever. So we're officially the Northwest Division champs, but there was only 4 teams in this tournament. We won the Jefferson Park tournament a couple weeks ago, where there was like 8 teams for that. So it was a little more difficult, but yeah, it's crazy. My partner's already like a 2-time national champion, so he really wants
drink out
the
of
third.
The cup?
I don't know if it's a cup or what, but I'll try. I'll definitely try.
You can drink out of the new NBA in-season tournament cup. That has been confirmed by the league in response to my bringing it up on a podcast.
Nice.
I kind of forgot. Was there some way I'm supposed to sign off these podcasts?
I couldn't remember either.
That's a sign we've gone too long without recording.
It was fine.
I think we usually just fizzle out and start talking about Jeopardy.
Yeah, that is true.
Or,
this time we did lawn bowling instead.